Wake up early, bed by 10, doing Monday morning and then do it again. Pay your mortgage, save your bread, paint your house purple and keep one step ahead. Grow some roses, clean the car, kiss your boss's ass and you'll go far. Mr. Suburbia, Mr. Suburbia, yeah. Mr. Suburbia, Mr. Suburbia, yeah. Mr. Suburbia, Mr. Suburbia, yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta wake up, you gotta get up, you gotta get out in the morning. You gotta catch the 8:30 train, you gotta go to work again. 'Cause tonight the insurance man will be knocking at your door once more, for sure.
That was a track by local band TheCrack called Mr. Suburbia. How long has the band been together?
Well, the band's been together about 9 months now. Perhaps about 11, but originally we had a different lineup. But one of the guys left. So as the band is, about 9 months as it stands now.
And what was this track we just heard about, Mr. Suburbia?
It's about the average working class man. I wrote it when punk was in its heyday. It's about the nearest I've ever got to writing anything remotely near to new wave. It's just about a man getting up and going to work. The everyday rat race.
In months, how did you get together?
Well, actually, Danny formed the band. Danny's the bass player. And I went round to the greengrocers and I bumped into him coming out. We used to play together years ago in a soul band called Traction. And we recognised each other. We hadn't seen each other for about 10 years. And he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, not a great deal. I'd just been doing one thing and another." He said, "Do you fancy joining my band just for the crack?" So I did, and there we went.
Now, you said you used to play in a soul band then. That's rather, a bit of a change, really, into the present sort of music we're hearing.
Well, 10 years ago, soul was the thing, as sort of heavy rock and new wave is now. Soul was the thing to be in, Sam and Dave, Wilson Pickett, Otis Redding, they're your idols.
It was most enjoyable working with a big brass section.
You learnt a lot as well, I think. If you didn't live through those days, you got a bit missing out of your musical education, because there's a lot of good bass lines and drum patterns came from the soul days, and the production ideas, especially on the Stax label, were excellent. Jimmy used to be in a local soap band at the time.
Yeah, I was with a band, a long time ago. Well, I don't know, about 10 years. Big soul band, they were going for a few years.
Hit record, Rudy's in Love?
Oh yeah, had a hit record. Reggae, when it first started, sort of thing. And Norman Hines, the guy who wrote it, But I left just after it caught on, so I didn't get anything out of it, really. I got fed up with the music.
I believe there's a rumour going around that you're the loudest band in Birmingham. Or what's this?
Yes, we'd like to quash this rumour. We have had one or two problems in the pubs in town, but it was 3 or 4 months ago before we got our equipment together. We are using a big PA now. We don't hire like a lot of bands. We have actually gone into debt and bought it, and a 16-channel mixer. And we've solved all them problems. The original problem was the kind of stuff I write is very, it's forceful, let me say that. It's not heavy metal, but it's forceful rock, and it's very difficult to play it quiet, especially with the amplification we got, because we got very small amplification, believe it or not. Although a lot of the rock pubs in town wouldn't agree with that statement. Consequently, we used to play very hard, and we got this reputation for being loud, and it's not true.
You ready to hear us now?
Just a nasty rumour.
Spread around by our enemies.
What gigs do you have in the future then?
Well, at the moment we're doing a residency at the Red Lion in Shirley every Sunday night. We do the odd gig at the Railway. I believe we've got one there soon on a Sunday.
July the 1st?
July the 1st. And we're also doing a big gig at Barbarella's, July the 15th. For anyone that has got tickets for that, on the ticket it says July the 5th, Thursday. But the gig is now July the 15th on a Sunday. But the tickets are still valid.
Now, Keith, I believe the band is having some problems as far as management is concerned.
This is true, yeah. We need a manager badly, but a good one.
With loads of money.
Yeah, one quite able to defend himself, as Keith got involved in a fight with the last one and he's now left.
When you actually said you're looking for a manager, what parts does that manager actually play? What are you looking for?
Well, we're looking for someone who can...
Make us rich.
Well, quite.
Overnight.
Can take over the package that we present. We think we've got the goods to sell, but we're not capable of selling them. I can write the material. All the songs that we play were written by me, and I've got hundreds and hundreds that we don't do. But we need someone who's capable of taking it out and selling it to the world. We need a good record deal. We could get a record deal, but a bad record deal is worse than no record deal at all. So we're looking for someone who can take hold of us. We're quite prepared to do anything the guy says, as long as we believe that he knows what he's doing. So if there is anyone listening who thinks they can take on this job, we'd be only too pleased to hear from them. And I'm sure that if they get in touch with you here at Radio Birmingham, you can put them in touch with us. So any budding Robert Stigwoods or Brian Epsteins, bend your ears and get your pencils out.
Right, let's turn to the last track this evening then. Before we actually hear this, what was the idea for this song then?
Oh, well, actually, I was watching an old movie on BBC Two on Saturday nights, and I got the idea for the song from that. It's about an actress, a once famous actress, who's fallen from the limelight. It's quite a sad song, really. And she still retains all the airs and graces of the star that she once was, but things are not quite the same now. She doesn't have a Rolls Royce anymore, and she doesn't wear brand new clothes all the time, and she wants to be back in the headlines, and in the last verse she jumps out of the window and makes the front page of the papers again. It's a tearjerker.
It's a happy song, really.
You'll love this one, folks.
And it's called
Silkscreen Queen.
A second-hand Rover replaces the rose. Now they hang paste where the diamonds once were. Makeup is tasty, but the wrinkles show through. The clothes are still neat, but they've been worn before. The maid and the butler have long since all gone. The gardener works 9 to 5 at a local hardware store. She's done TV commercials, told her life story too. There ain't nothing left but a half-beat silkscreen queen. All night long she watches repeats of old movies. She dreams of better days and nights. Remembering the parties and all the glitter trimmings. But most of all, the spotlights. All night long.
That's the music of TheCrack, our local band talking to Loud and Good this week, and thanks to Loud and Good. And TheCrack will be appearing at the Railway, that's the Railway in Curzon Street, and that's tomorrow night, Wednesday the 27th of June, so it's a day to remember, tomorrow night, 27th of June, the Railway, Curzon Street.
Remembering the parties and all the glitter trimmings. Oh,